days are really cold.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, Matthias. Or
Yeah.
should I call you Ether? I don't know.
It's ether. It's ancient word. It's Greek word.
Yeah.
So it's ether, basically.
Okay.
So because you don't pronounce the A.
Yeah. Okay.
It's together, but
Ether. Okay.
I mean, whatever. You can call me Ether or Matthias.
Okay. Both are fine. So we're driving you to DC10, where you play tonight for Circoloco.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know most of the DJs that play there tonight, more or less.
Yeah.
But I've seen that there is on the lineup Damien Lazarus, with whom you've got a special relationship, if I can say. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, it's I just you know, I was a kid when I listened to releases on Crosstown, you know. I was really astonished about some releases from Minilog and Matthew Johnson. And then yeah, so I just saw him play some of my tracks I released in the past, and then I say, wow, I think it's something could born within us. So I sent to him a bunch of tracks and releases. He was really excited, and then we start our relationship, and he built up a team for me, and now we are together. And yeah, he's a great man, and he's super supporting me at the moment. And yeah, he's a truly businessman, and how can I say? He understands my music, because it's kind of, it's not so clear, it's not really perfect, my kind of sound. So I think it's great for Crosstown.
Okay.
Like really synthy, random melodies.
Yeah, I understand. Like.
And yeah, so I think I'm in the right place.
Okay.
And yeah.
Could you introduce yourself a bit? And I would like you to tell something that I could not find in any of your biography on Resident Advisor, for example.
I try. So I was born in Rome, and I grew up there till 19 years old. Then I moved to Milan. I stayed for 5 years over there. I met a bunch of people, and I started playing a little bit over there. And then I moved to Amsterdam for a year or something like this. Not much, to be honest. And then to London. So I'm now in Berlin, because I'm half German actually. So my father is German, my father's family is from Germany. And so yeah, I'm kind of not really clear person. I just like to stay in the shadow, not much in front. I just take this business I started as a passion, and then now it's actually a business. So, and then I take it in a way that I don't really like it, but I have to do it. And so now I also study sound design, and I'm to it, making some future kind of soundtracks, movies. I cannot tell you at the moment the full thing. Yeah. But yeah, I'm kind of a guy really close in myself. You know, I don't really.
Secret guy.
I would like to be more social. That's the thing. But yeah, step by step. I was in the shadow for a bit, and now I have something to say, and so I'm here and play around. Actually, I'm a DJ, a producer, and if you can say a performer now, because I'm playing also live set, and it's really stimulated me at the moment.
And how does it feel to be playing at DC10 tonight?
Well, I'm super excited. This is the Legend party. It's like the best party in the world, I guess. And when I was like 17 years old, I used to go there a couple of times. I was really shocked. And now, after 10 years, I'm here. I'm playing there, so it's
it must be amazing.
It's kind of a dream, you know, that comes true at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's like that. But yeah, let's stay calm. So it's gonna bring a very energetic set tonight.
Cool.
And yeah.
As you mentioned, you live in Berlin. Most of the DJs I've interviewed live in Barcelona. What could you say about the difference of energy the two cities have got, and why did you choose Berlin?
I chose Berlin because there was the Afterlife crew over there. So they just, when I was in contact with Mind Against, we was talking, I want to come in Berlin, and say, okay, just come over, we have the studio, we have all the crew here, come over. So I went the first time in Berlin, and Mind Against told me, hey, we put you in Berghain on the list. So I went alone on Sunday in Berghain, and so after that I just came home in London. And then I say that's my city because it's given me a lot of, you know, positive vibes. Also, it's so calm. Like it's not like London. It was really chaotic and big, so big, and then really expensive. But Berlin is the right place for artists like me that need to see the way to take. And yeah, my life changed completely after 1 year.
What are the Berlin vibes? How would you describe it?
It's really intense. The people is really sensible in the music and the vibe. At the moment I'm not going really around because I have a private life kind really intense, and so I'm not making parties. But the vibe is really relaxed, I think. Really kind of chilling situation. Okay. You see bars everywhere, you can sit, you can relax. There's a lot of nature as well, so you can go around park and jogging, running, whatever. And so I think it's an amazing place. At the moment also it's not so cold because of the climate change, and then it's really amazing. So every time I go back in Berlin after a gig, so touring, I say, oh, finally.
Feels like home?
Wow. Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
Barcelona, I don't know. To be honest, I heard a lot of positive comments about the city, but I never had the chance to
go there,
to leave the city properly. So I just went to play Afterlife off week. So I stayed for nothing.
Yeah, too short of time to.
Yeah.
Okay. We take a special pleasure to have you today because even if the music you play and produce is quite different from the music we play and produce, there's some kind of I feel like there is the same spirit behind it because.
Completely.
I mean, the way you seem to see music and life in general is quite close to what we try to develop with our own concept Into the Wild, and which is sort of communion with elements, with nature and with people. So does that speak to you?
Yeah, for example, when I do music, it's like just from scratch, you know. I used to build my atmospheres and sometimes come from nature sounds, and then from that noise can come out great melodies, and then every track of mine have a story, and I like to put in the melodies.
Would you have an example? Maybe something you recall, a special noise that lead you to create something, a track in particular?
Like I used to listen now, I had an archive of NASA, archive of space sounds, noises that are really raw, like really distorted, and then from that I put in a song, I think it's Spectre, I did for Afterland last year. And also as well for Stand Dancer in Crosstown, I used to put sounds that nobody knows what is that. But yeah, from sound like this, or from I used to record in the forest, sometimes go there, leaves goes down, and really, I mean, I think my best creativity mode is from the silence, so from nothing.
Nothing, okay. Just
so from nothing, if I feel the right sensation that I want to catch, I can create something really special that I try to communicate with people about this through my kind of sound I'm using at the moment. But yeah, I think the atmosphere and the background sounds are the most important thing for make my production. I mean, for create something, for create the story. And yeah, I think it's really connected with stars somehow. It's kind of sound is really spacey, even in the space there's no sound.
But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in our history of movies, we used to think about this kind of spacey effect that actually space has no sound though.
But yeah, we've got that kind of idea of
yeah, in our cultural movie sound design, we have this kind of sounds. I used to sometimes
usually we say that DJing is about making people dance. Is that something you feel, or does it go further to you? Because I've from what I read about you, I feel like there's more. Like you want to take people further than just dancing, that you want to take them to a journey that can express, yes, with some movements, but that's not the heart of it. Like you want to, it's more spiritual, more mental, I don't know. Is that true, or what would you say?
Yeah, I mean, of course it's important put some killer tunes during the set, but I think it's also good to kind of to have to not teach teach people to understand also there's also something else, and so I try to also create a story in the journey. I try to transmit to the crowd, and so this feeling of the difference, nothing is the same in my set. It's like every time each song is different from another completely, and I want to be different from every set is going to be different. And I used to play some weird tracks now at the moment, like kind of an electronic style. So I'm not anymore really techno aggressive, something like more sweet and can transmit a bit of love.
Okay, so that's what you want to give to people.
I try, yeah, because at the end is a joy feeling, but at the same time I want to give you the energy, and I try to build something that has the right balance between them. Hard moment, mental sometimes. I put tracks that go into your stomach that really difficult to understand, but even if the people somehow go away from the dance floor, could happen, because you put something different, it doesn't matter, you can put something for taking them back. So at the end of the day, it's good to experiment and
try new things. And
absolutely. And then I also, for myself, I need to understand where I want to go on my career. So I'm not really sure where I'm gonna be, but at the moment I'm doing this.
Well, the future will tell us.
Yes.
You said you want to be different. Well, you quite are, because you are recognized as a live performer. You like to play only your own tracks, and you're not allowed to do that. And I read that you said that one of the difficulties brought by the live was to find the right equipment to be able to express yourself without being too complicated, for it to be easy to play.
Yeah, I still didn't find my final equipment.
The ideal set.
I mean, I'm using one synth, it's the analog 4, and one controller, one drum machine, one effect delay, one computer, and so I'm making something good, but I'm facing a lot of problems during the set, like
frustration, things you cannot do, or
no, like sometimes it's like technical situation. It's really difficult to achieve the perfect stable equipment. Sorry, my English is really bad sometimes. And but I'm having fun, so it's really creative because I'm giving another kind of set, so interpretation of my music. So completely in another way. So it's a live act of my song. Maybe you heard before in other sets of other DJs or on radio or YouTube or whatever. So I put it in another way in live mode. So every time the set is different. I mean the songs are the same, but they are going in a different mood every time I'm going in other places.
Yeah, it creates something new every time, so
it's different every time, and this is the best thing I ever did. Like because it's sorry. It's really special for me because I push myself to the limit with this, and it keeps me busy.
Force you to get higher.
Yeah, and I will get the final setup really soon.
Okay.
But
because Stefan Bodzin resolved the problem by having a machine made for him. Is that something you would like?
Yeah, totally. I want that. Like I think there's something somebody told me, but I'm not sure. You know, people say a lot of stuff. You can contact the company who do that.
Okay.
You can create your own setup as long as you know
what you want.
Yeah, I want this knob here, this bottom there, and then they can do it for you, but it's really super expensive. And I will do that.
Okay.
Totally.
We are looking for the artist entrance.
Artist is here. You have some artists.
Yes.
Right there.
DJ, no?
Yes.
Say,
Yes.
Okay. Put a car right here to the side, and you can drop off the people here.
Wow.
Okay, perfect. Well,
That's
I
the
think
place.
we're there. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Pleasure
It was an honor to be here. Thanks.
And well, we wish you all the best for the future, and maybe to have your own machine one day. That would be great, right?
Something is building.
Great.
Thanks.
Perfect.